Hello and welcome to the stream. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And we're gonna finalize today our bone spear. And before I start finalizing the build guide and the planner, I want to make a recording of a 115 fit run. I think if you are lucky to have a double multiplier and then you can just enchant the maximum resource with the critical strike chance, I think you can wear a mythic or maybe even a what you call that even a just an ancestral unique of a grave walker. The thing is, if we're going to remove the grave walker, this is a 69% up to 70% damage multiplier. This one is up to 80%. If we're going to bring grave walker here, yeah, we gain an additional multiplier, but that is not an increase of 30%. So whatever that relative increase in damage is. The thing is, what is the unique charm that you can use here in order to outperform the 160 multiplier? So meaning you need a 60 or less multiplier here. And the only one that you can use here is the highest one would be the Bloodman's Idol. The only thing with this one is that the fact that we are already taking a lot of damage, then we might be more fragile in the fight. So we gain more damage, but we're more fragile. That's why I feel like this is like the ideal setup here. Yeah, those two essence cost reduction, I think those are valuable because in spite of we have essence regeneration here with our attack speed, we will be almost running out of essence, or basically our essence will keep on dropping, so we're not gonna take the full advantage also of the damage of the Grave Walker. Just in case we die, we need the rapid dosification. Okay, before I start recording, let me do a dry run first, and I just want to see if the stream is lagging. If not, then I'm just gonna capture it via Twitch. Is it lagging? 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 Is it lagging? I think it's okay. Then it stopped recording. Okay, I think we're good. Give me a second, let me grab my cup of tea. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, let me set up and let me start the recording as we blast through our, let's double check, Crib Keeper, Essence, Amplify, Corporeal, Eliminator. Actually, we can still get this one, supposedly. Willpower. Do I really need this willpower here? Or this dexterity? Where's the dominate? When you gain an overpowered charge, you deal increased damage for 5 seconds. Increased damage. Okay. 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 Maximum life. Reaper. Pages is here. Iron. All points there. Only 12 there. Basically, I have all of the nodes in place. 1732. All damage, critical strike chance, critical strike damage multiplier. 18.1. 10 on Gar, 10 on Serration, so that's 20, so that's 28.1. 38.1. 38.1, so that is 97. We're now close to just 3 points, 3% away to 100% critical strike chance. And our critical strike chance will be at 100% through the help of the critical strike chance from the mages that they hit, and 5% from the enemies hit by corpse tendrils. Guess we're good to go. Start the recording. Hope this is gonna be a smooth run. Okay, I need to stop the video. That is a... Okay. I have to stop the video. It's almost... I mean, it's okay. I can continue, but I don't want... Well, you know the thing about that fight? Like, it's so annoying. It's... Again, I don't want to say this is just... When you activate those... Basically, it doesn't do anything. Those rupture events, they make the pit more terrible because those, especially when those the mages appears, they are the one that cast those lightning bolts on top of you, and then it sprays those lightning. Like, I mean, I believe I'm okay if the density of the monsters that are being released by the rupture is so plenty enough that they could generate more orbs, and they will add more kill to the pit. But basically, it doesn't help. It's just it makes more worse.
That is a scary
and
craftsmanship.
Not rewarding after all. So anyway,
I'll be here swinging away.
start the recording again.
Step up to my anvil.
The run was already smooth though. Anyway, it is what it is. Take 2. These guys are really testing my patience. Give a second. I need to delete some of those videos, otherwise it's gonna fill up my storage space. It's not because I want to record it without death. It's just I want a smoother run. I could have killed those reprisal actually, it's just I got caught by the Hellbinder. No comment. I don't want to talk about it.
Back to it then.
Stupid mechanic.
Step up to my anvil.
Oh my goodness! Basically, I also got panicked that the lunatic is already coming right after me. And then there's mortar, there's poison, there's electric orbs, the obelisk. Oh my god!
That is Ascari craftsmanship.
They are really testing our build here. I mean, I can push through even with death. It's just I want it without death. Come on. Okay, focus. I will not be able to finish this.
Oh, it is a fair. Anyone asks, tell them it's from Skovos.
Whew. Whew. That was a good run. I almost died several times there. One is, I don't know if you guys noticed the one is, I think, from the poison, and then one is from the emission of that fire enchanted, and then there's also another one just right before I fight the boss, the pit guardian, the executioner sword. Huh. 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 I'm also thinking about this one, whether I know this is a 20% damage multiplier. If you have oops, where's that? If you have consumed so we need to drain our health potion. Is that gonna be much more better than I like this one though. The Gravekeeper. If you see that you deal damage to healthy and injured enemies, 23.4, and then that will keep on increasing depending on how much I don't know what is the maximum level of this. And then you have an 18% damage per close enemies. Anyway, can we do? Let me just try because I need to update the planner on today's stream. If not, then I'll just gonna start working on our planner. Where's the tendrils? Unbelievable. You know what? I'm not gonna swap again. What a That's the one that I'm talking about. You can already kill Mephisto, and then somehow it will still try to prevent him to being getting killed. Whenever that he goes down to its 35%, the first phase is doing silly mechanic that it's so massive that you don't have any room to go, and then he will throw that swords that it will keep on following you so that you have nowhere to go and you're gonna die anyway. Second phase is the same thing. If Mephisto reach its 35% health and then it moves to its position near the pool without disappearing, you will not be able to kill him and he will do this worm thing. If you successfully make him disappear, and then when he goes and teleports to that location, then you will be able to kill him while he's doing his mechanic to do that second round of that deadly attack. And then the third phase of Mephisto, there's always a chance like somehow when you stun him on his 35% health, he will unleash this barrage of missile that it's like you have nowhere you have nowhere to go. Like your only option here is to do a blood mist. But the thing is, what if he will do another round of attack and then your blood mist is still in cooldown? So basically you are nothing.
I feel the hate pounding in your chest. Embrace it. Are you not tired of lying to yourself? That this world, these people, can be saved? You impetuous
Huh? What? What? What is that? Cheating Mephisto? What the heck is that? Cheating Mephisto?
Feel the hate pounding in your chest. Embrace it. Are you not tired of lying to yourself? That this world, these people, can be saved? You impetuous
I think I should not keep on hitting Mephisto when he reach at this point. Probably I'm gonna stop. And then we have that opportunity to stun him. There. Okay. I think my Bone Storm is still down. You know what? I'm not going to waste my time here. Let's do this. Yeah, I think the Bone Storm is still having a tremendous amount of bug. Give me a second, let me splintering, serration is here, compound fracture, deathless visage, disobedience to Crown's talisman, Nagu, was that Tam and Wat? Yeah, Tam and Wat, and then Nagu and Gar. Cons, it will struggle survivability when pushing 15 and higher. Lack of unstoppable effect to counter crowd control. What else? I think I'm just gonna take the recording that basically it was not recorded, but I believe it will still have a good resolution. The fight that I did yesterday, though it was not I can get that portion of the video and then just gonna like I could have killed that Mephisto a while ago. Like, oh no, you can't kill me. I shouldn't be killed. I don't know why it was designed that way. I think this is the thing. Because of so many class, like there's a druid, I believe there's also a sorcerer, there's also barbarian, there's also the druid who's doing, there's also a paladin who's doing massive amount of damage that they don't feel the DPS. The damage of the monsters. Why not bring down all of the damage of the like balance everything? Like, to be honest, for the past, ever since the season launch, Barbarian has been dominating from the very beginning. No matter how nerfed that they do, Barbarian will always be one of the highest damage dealing class. And you know why? Because only the Barbarian who can carry, take note, can carry 2 single weapon, which is the typical for most classes, and they can carry 2-handed weapon. And I believe you can still add an affix there, add aspects that will still scale their damage because it's still with them. And then there's another one, Rogue. Besides of the one hand and the two-handed, the 2 single hand and their offhand, they can still bring their 2-handed weapon. So imagine you can add an aspect that will have a double value. So their damage compared to us, like in the case of the Rogue, they can scale their damage again for 100 for another. If they can add a damage multiplier of say 70% times 2, so that's 140%. So that is a total of 2.4 multiplier. So their damage is 2.4 greater than us. And what more with the Barbarian? They can carry 2-handed weapons with affixes of the same weapon. So then you can just invest on more on their damage reduction, armor, whatever defensive stats that they can add on their gear. Anyway, I think this is most of the cons for this for me. Like, it will struggle with survivability 100% and then lack of unstoppable effect to counter crowd control of the enemy. You must get the from below early for. I think for this build, I think early on, where can we get the oops loot tables? Deathless visage. Beast in the Eyes, okay. You can target farm the Deathless visage. Oh, where am I? What the? Why I end up on this part? Whose fault is it? Me. Whose fault is it? Me. You can target farm the you can target farm the Deathless visage early in Torment 1 from Beast in the Eyes. You can early retarget farm the Deathless visage in Torment 1 from Beast in the Ice. So mechanics. Basically, the build is pretty straightforward. Oh, where can we find the Grave Walker? That is also important. Partook Inferno Hordes? Deathless Visage. Since this is a bone skill, it will scale its damage through bone ranks in the arm sets. Affixes buff from Heedless Wall. And Bone Storm Roll the Bones upgrade. Similar to Grapnel Corpse Explosion. Maybe not. I think I have this. To further increase our damage or constellations, however, decrease our 50 crit chance by 50% since we need a lot of bones. Blah, blah, blah. I think this is still good. We're not using embattled aspect, but I'll think about it. Okay, since it's already mentioned there, probably I'll put that as number 2. The next is the Grave Walker. The Grave Walker's Hand. Grave Walker's Hand is our another damage scaling Grave Worker's Hand is one of our highest damage scaling unique item. It's one of our highest damage scaling unique item. In order to get the maximum damage multiplier of this item, we need to ensure we need essence generation, regeneration. We need essence regeneration and generation to ensure that our essence is always full when we cast the bone spear. Our essence, we can to achieve a high generation, to achieve a high essence generation, we will have we will need essence per second in our equipment, and not sacrificing the old mages and getting their gift of that upgrade. We will also need at least 2 resource cost reduction tempering affix in our 2 rings. Next, to in for we are using the bone prison what's the name of that upgrade? Life imprisonment. We are using the bone prison life imprisonment upgrade. We are using the bone prison life imprisonment upgrade for additional attack speed and essence generation. This will add more damage output and we can still keep our essence high enough in spite of our high attack speed because of its essence generation. We're using Bone Prison Life Imprisonment upgrade for additional attack speed. This will add more damage output, and we can still keep our essence high enough in spite of our high attack speed because of its essence generation also. We're using corpse tendrils in pit pushing for pulling the enemies for additional clear. Not actually for clear speed, for pulling the enemies to efficiently for pulling the enemies together for more efficient damage, and an additional 5% crit chance in applying vulnerable. I think we have already sacrificed the what else? Since we have a few minions with us, probably I'll say like this: we are not just relying on our minions to inflict the curse. We're not just relying on our minions to inflict curse from the blood moon witches. Oh my god, it's already 9:06. We're not just relying on our minions to inflict curse from the blood moon breaches. So we use what? To immediately apply the curse and to crowd control the enemies. What else? You know, I'm thinking if we can use it's really hard to add more survivability here. We're going to lose more of our damage. Like I'm thinking to use, remember that imbiber? I'm thinking what if I will remove the hued flesh, replace it with imbiber, and then the replace hued flesh with embattled aspect. I think next season, probably we can do that way. The thing is, I'm going to lose the Grave Walker really has a huge damage multiplier. But I'm just thinking if what is now the purpose of damage multiplier if we're always dying. So another option is most likely we'll be using Grave Walker and then probably Imbiber. And then on the Hued Flesh, we can add an additional damage reduction. The new not new, but the updated Necrotic Carapace that adds 15% damage reduction. Plus it adds fortification. We are only... Probably I'll add it here. We are only relying on barrier through... We are relying our barrier generation from bone storms acid. We're using Glints of Anvil as our defensive aspect. We need at least 13 stacks of resolve to reach the 40% damage reduction. Do I have... Oops, I got disconnected. Do I have 15 stacks? I forgot if I was able to manage to reach... I wonder if I replace the stacks on... Oh, I'm not using Glint's Anvil. Right. Good thing now I remember. We're using... this obedience aspect as our ideal defensive aspect. Since we are using the second upgrade of Cold Mages in the Book of the Dead. Since the... I think we'll say that since the second upgrade of Cold Mages in the Book of the Dead is a damage over time. What else did I miss? Let me open my character for a while and then let me see if I forget something. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think Temper for Shield will be chance for minions attacks to fortify. I don't think so. Temper for maybe on the shield. Is it working now on the helm? Nothing. So I'll just mention here temper for helm should be chance for minions to fortify you for 3% maximum life. Variance notes, I think it's the same. Excuse me, we will swap. Where's the Grave Walker's hand? Please read the additional notes at the bottom. Please read the additional notes number 1 when using this as a unique hand. Then I will mention here Grave Walker's hand. I think that's fine. Additional tip. Good thing that on the Paragon board I don't have there's nothing much that I need to change. At least I can finish this soon. Okay, additional tip, when using Grave Walker's hand as a unique hand, as a ancestral or mythic unique hand, make sure that it contain it will have the vulnerable and crit damage multipliers. If only one can be added here, if only one of this if only one of them can be added, it will be outperformed by a ancestral legendary gloves. I said hand. With a offensive the thing is, do we need this one?
auspicious omen.
It requires high management. You need to make sure that you're losing. Of course, we need to activate the or we need to get hit by the enemy to ensure that we're getting that uh, potion. We are and now we're having a hard time to spawn the corpse tendrils. Why we're not casting the corpse tendrils? Why you're not allowing me to cast the corpse tendrils? The damage is good, it's just I'm having the hard time to pull the enemy. 9 point. Ooh, we're doing a trillion damage now. That is interesting. Wait a second. Hmm. I don't have my bone storm.
That will come in handy.
So I'm just thinking whether. Can we do one more time? Basically, I lost my heart. Where's this imbiber? It's just if we can pull the enemies because the the bone storm is also using the corpse when we cast it. Plus we don't have any means to produce the corpse. This one is very efficient so that we can pull them together so that the damage of because we have only a small range when the bone shards returns. So I'm thinking the when we have the attack speed, the amount of the fortification that our minions is giving us also is enough. Whoa, 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 whoa! It's hard. It's hard to manage that. Just give me a second. It's hard to manage that.
Anyone asks, tell them it's from Skovos.
I'm just thinking, what is the thing is, in order to reduce the potion, you don't need the imbiber. How about the blood man's idol?
Mainlander, what do you seek?
It's really hard to spawn the corpse tendrils. Let's bring back the hued flesh. Especially when there's so many things happening on the field, it's like, which one are you going to prioritize? To reposition yourself, or, you know, to keep on consuming the potion?
We will be unstoppable.
I saw fire coming this way. And you cannot drink potion when you're in full in health, so that's also another thing. Oh, you want to take damage? Okay, here. Poison. I'll give you poison damage. Hey. Maybe... Yeah, this one is really hard to manage. I mean, this one is okay if you have a very good survivability that you can just focus on using your potions. You're so courageous because that space is very tight. Like, you can really shoot me in one single... Now, how about show me here? Damage me, damage me, damage me! The boss doesn't damage me, so how can we reduce the the poison? The poison, the potion! Man! It's tough. Should we place it here? Replace corporeal? Let's see. Wow, right in front of my face.
We will be unstoppable.
Oh. What? Oh! Of course!
Anyone know where to find me?
I don't know if the enemies here are strong, but somehow I'm taking a I didn't change my damage reduction. It's still the same. It's just the enemies are dealing a lot of damage. Is it because of I'm using my potion? And I don't think so. I think there's no side effect of the imbiber, like hey, the more that you consume potion that you're gonna take more damage. I think my setup is much more. I think if you are going to really push this, like you can do this setup, but if you're just a casual player that just want to have some fun, I don't think that this is gonna be an ideal setup. Like you have to focus on your position, you have to consume your potion, and then because you are now gaining barrier, then you're also getting healed by the minions. Of course, you want that now. You need to take a lot of damage from the enemy in order to take advantage of that potion consumption. What? I think that will be my another tip also, like bring a spare ring that has the affixes that you need, and then I think this one works in terms of additional damage output. It's just It requires high management.
More loyal friends you'll not find.
Uh-oh. Did I save it? Okay, there it is. Woo! I thought I lost again. Save, save, save. Okay, for I think we can add that note. For pit pushing. For pit pushing, corpse tendrils is important to pull the enemies together for. I think we have already mentioned this. We will swap. We will swap. We will swap our one-hand weapon, our legendary one-hand weapon to rust-beaten dirk in our inventory immediately when fighting the pit guardian. Okay, and then for more, no, I'm going to use now the imbiber there. If you are not comfortable, if you're not comfortable in managing the consumption of the potions, I think next season, if depending on what's going to happen next season, if we have a good damage reduction, probably we can do that Bloodmad's idol and then the Gravewalker's hand. If you're not comfortable in managing the consumption, but it needs to be, if we're going to do that, the Gravewalker's hand would be mythic. If it's just an ancestral if it's only a ancestral unique item, it's not gonna be that far. Like the ancestral mythic is just, I think, 70. I think it's only 80%. Plus, you have to make sure that you can craft all of the wanted affix that you need. So it will be outperformed that you can craft 4 out of 4 wanted affix on an ancestral legendary item. And if you're lucky enough that you can have like a maximum tier of compound fracture or splintering, which is a 70% damage multiplier versus an 80% with only like one multiplier that you can add, it will be outperformed by the ancestral legendary weapon. If you are comfortable in managing the consumption of potions, if you're not comfortable in managing the consumption of potions for imbiber, to activate the buff of imbiber, you can use corporeal. You can use corporeal instead. Alright, speed farming, Infernal Hordes. Probably let's place boss farming at next. Pero same setup with pit pushing, but we will use Rust-Bitten Dirk mythic weapon, correct? Swap corpse tendrils with Sever. With inexorable Reaper upgrade when fighting Mephisto. Right, that's correct. Speed farming and Inferno Hordes. Use a Godslayer unique charm, that's correct. Swap Gar with Qua. We didn't use Qua though. What are we using? I think no, we can't use Qua because we need the curse. No, so this one will be removed. However, what we need is swap. The one that we're going to swap is not actually the runes, is swap blood. Swap, oh sorry, not blood, swap bone prison with the crappy pie in your skill bar to manually cast this to efficiently proc the god. The God Slayer crown cooling effect to efficiently proc the God Slayer crown cooling effect. Use a swap corpse tendrils to sever in your skill bar with an inexorable Reaper upgrade for additional mobility. That's correct. What else? I think that's it. That it. Additional tip: when using Grave Walker's Hand, Ancestral, or Mythic unique gloves, make sure that it will have the vulnerable and critical strike damage multiplier. If only one of them can be added, it will be outperformed. Probably I will just say it is if only one of them can be added, it is better to use a Ancestral Legendary Gloves with a offensive affix, or let's just specific with compound fracture aspect. And then there's another one. Shoot, I forgot what I'm going to say. Why do you keep scrolling down? Compound. What is the aspect of compound? Sorry. Because of space. Because of space. Shit, there's one more that I need to mention. Man, it was on top of my head already. Man, I just recently discovered it. Oh my god. Just bear with me for a while, like let me think. What was something that I said that I need to somewhere related to this Gravewalker's Hand and then Compound Fracture. Oh my. I'm thinking a lot of stuff that I have already. Ah, I remember. Now I remember. It's on the pit. It's on the pit. Have a spare rune. Oh, I have a spare ring with same affixes and I think you know what I mean, right? Like have a spare ring but with a rapid ossification aspect. Just in case you died and you have a long and you still have a long cooldown, have a spare ring with the rapid ossification aspect. This is helpful in case you died. In case you died. In case you died and still have a long cooldown in your bone storm.
Welcome to my home away from home.
This is helpful in case you died and still have a long cooldown in your bone storm. This will be helpful to reduce the cooldown very quickly and swap it again with your regular and swap it again with your I would just say with your original ring. Yeah. Don't tell me it's aspect of. I think that's pretty much it. Let's check the affixes. Cooldown reduction. Nope. Bone spear armor. I would go with max life. Intelligence. Max life armor. Essence. And then maximum resolve stacks. No, I will go with what am I using on my armor? Life. Intelligence, maximum resource. Supposedly, if you have these two multiplier, then this is gonna be critical strike chance. Then critical strike damage, and this is capstone bonus. This one is capstone bonus. Critical strike damage multiplier, armor life, intelligence life, resistance, armor. Oh no, not armor. We can go like this. This should be essence. Then user is essence. Oh, this one is... I feel like... How much is per rank of Bone Spear? This is 4. 572 268. 268. So that's 36. Divided by 4, so that's 9. Then 513, 572, 572, 7272, 59 divided by 4, approximately 15 per rank. Essence and armor. Okay. Actually here, not bone skills. I think I'm using here critical strike chance. Yeah. This one should be crit chance. But with these two multiplier right here, cooldown reduction, no, I can go with critical strike damage, movement speed, life. I still have life. Life. Everything is life. Okay. How much is my armor though? How much is my armor? I'm still at 21k. I mean, not that bad. Plus we will get 25% when we have the resolve stacks. Crit, no, not cooldown. This is crit chance. Can we make them in order? I think vulnerable is at the bottom. You know what? It's okay. You know what? Where's the vulnerable? This is then vulnerable at the bottom. Resource cost reduction. Resource cost reduction. Weapon damage, intel, crit, physical, crit chance, offhand. This is crit chance. Might still have... Yeah, I have crit chance on the offhand. Crit chance, damage reduction, cooldown. Nope, I can go now here with additional armor. I think I have armor. Yep, armor here on the offhand. Damage reduction. Okay. So pit is done. This is Grave Walker's hand. This is then I will I think this should be number 4. My number 3 would be if you find yourself if you are also not comfortable of using you know what? Uh Crushing. Shoot, it's already 10:13. We're almost done. Almost done. We're almost done. So that on Thursday, so I'll be back streaming on I'll be back streaming on Saturday. So it will be a long stream on Saturday. My plan is to let's try. I'm going to check if I have enough materials and I have all the necessary. Well, I can still craft. I think I still have enough crafting materials. What I'm going to do is to set up and build, and let's see if that is going to be, if the performance is good. The one I'm talking about is the blood version of this the blood version of this bone spear. So we're gonna try it out on Saturday. Skill tree. I think I have 12 there. Yeah, 12 and then maximum. The blood spear. Corpse tendrils. We're not using the golem. I think the crepify is only one. We're using it here. This. I think for bone prison, I'm not taking any of this. Just this one. Max. Where did I invest the points? Actually, I have 14 here. I have 12 here. I have one extra. Anyway, still have two. Do I still have reputation rewards that I still haven't got? That rewards us as skill points. It's been 8 weeks, like 8 weeks or 7 weeks that we've been playing. Like we still have reputation rewards that gives skill points that we haven't finished, or was that probably we haven't finished yet, but we'll check it out on Saturday if I have. Well, I'm busy playing. If that is the case, oh, I need this one. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. So that we can maximize that increased damage while healthy. Then I guess I have to make another round of recording of that pit run that uses the imbiber. Okay, anyway, it's okay. I think using imbiber and then embattled aspect is not a good pair because you will lose the ability to, you know, to keep on healing. Because the embattled aspect is regaining your life very quickly. You know what? This one is okay. Since I have already written, like if you're not comfortable with the imbiber, you can use the other one. I think there's one more that we need to change here, which is, though it's same nodes, but we're gonna replace it with Eliminator. Okay. finish. I have one more notes. Okay, this is done. All the way to skill tree, mercenary, still the same. But this one now is bone spear, bone prison, corpse tendrils. This is warriors, mages, bone spear. Next is boss or Mephisto. The only thing that we're just gonna change here is using this weapon, which is the rust bitten. Even though I mentioned it, I'm just gonna put it here so that you will see, especially for the affixes. Where is the we're gonna prioritize this. Critical strike chance still the same. Damage multiplier, all damage multiplier, physical damage, critical. Then we can craft this. Instead of all damage, it should be intelligence if you have a physical damage multiplier. But if you have the damage multiplier, it's still fine. It's almost the same bucket. It's just it's lesser, but it's still okay. And then you can if, for example, if this one contains life or damage over time, then you can replace it with intelligence. And then we're gonna swap inexorable. And basically, this one is the same as our speed farming or infernal horde. Did I mention it will be ideal to use corporeal instead of imbiber
More loyal friends will not fight.
to yeah. So you can see the only purpose of imbiber is just speed pushing, but if you're going to do the boss, I believe it's you can still do the imbiber, but like especially if you're doing Mephisto, you will forget that you need to consume the potion because you're gonna keep on avoiding his mechanic. I think for bossing, we're okay with corporeal here. I think I'm okay with the video that I have. I don't want to change it for Imbiber. I think for the corporeal, it's still okay. For me, it's still okay. Like that Imbiber, if you're really going to keep on pushing on the pit, but if for convenience and considering that the build is doing okay, like for you, if it's okay, then you don't need to use the Imbiber. It's really requires high management. And the thing is, you cannot use the potion if you have a barrier. Because how can you reduce your life if the barrier is protecting you? So if you have an efficient barrier generation, then I think the Imbiber is not. It's really hard to proc. And then skill tree is still correct. But with a slight change for the Rustbitten Dirk. Jeez. Speed farming is not Rustbitten Dirk. It's okay. Why the weapon damage was removed? We just replace it with crushing aspect. Let's check the boss Mephisto. So this one is also gonna be Sever. That's it. That's it. Actually, I'm using intelligence here. What? All stats? Where's primary stats? Boo. Bone skill, bone skill, bone skill, bone skill, bone skill. Macab skill. Double check one more time. All right. Done. So yeah, at least I have the written guide for the bone spear, and then we're gonna try and build, and let's see if that one we can compare now which one is better. Whether if you like this kind of what you call this kind of gameplay, or we will check how we can make it efficient, because it requires a lot of corpses, because the second spear that it will spawn will be coming from the corpse, so we need a very good corpse production. But I don't think we're going to need the golem, but since we have a very good high attack speed with our minions, we're gonna rely, I would say, with our what you call this huge flesh. I think I noticed a wrong. Good thing I see it. Huge flesh. Same thing with our speed farm. Huge flesh. Oh, there's one more thing. Ew. The transfiguration. Exploiter. Yay! Alright, it's done. So yeah, we're gonna try on Saturday. So it will be a long swing, so we have plenty of time as we theory craft, and let's see how we can optimize. And let's see if the performance is good based on since the blood spear is now a blood skill. Now we can fully utilize by increasing our blood skill ranks, though we're going to lose the ranks on the bone storm, but we will be increasing our bone prison rank, which will increase our essence generation still, and especially our attack speed. So let's see if maybe we can now use the Blood Mad's idol, because the Bloodbinder charm set is very efficient on fortify generation. I'm also thinking whether, because we don't have a damage reduction here on the third bonus of the Bloodbinder, I'm thinking if we're going to use the embattled aspect, so we don't have any other choice here, maybe the embattled aspect here, if that is the case, embattled aspect here on the Locran's talisman, on the amulet, transfiguration, but here on the boots we're going to use the hewed flesh, so that we have a very high increase rate of the fortify life recovery. So we'll see how it goes, but because if we don't have a good damage reduction, there's still a high chance that we can get instantly killed by the those terrible and high damage mechanic of the game, like reprisal, executioner sword, the far enchantment effects, the explosion, the Val lunatics. So there's a lot of things that will still instantly kill us. So but anyway, we're gonna figure out on starting Saturday and then till the rest of the weekend. Let's see how we can further improve the how we can further oops, there is somehow, let's wait for the ads to finish. I didn't notice that it's gonna run. Let's wait. But anyway, since I'm still gonna upload this on YouTube, it doesn't matter. So again, I'll be back streaming on Saturday. We're gonna try and see how we can optimize the Blood Spear version. So again, thank you very much for tuning in and for hanging out and for watching. And I'll see you guys on Saturday, and have a good one. Goodbye. Good night.